My fiance kept talking to her ex. I found out later that. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. I recently got engaged to a woman I dearly love. There's a guy from her childhood that she's been in love since she's a child. He is what you can call a FCK boy and a player. A couple of years back they were together as a couple even though she says they were not a couple. Her mom and her two best friends told me they were a couple. I always had a sixth sense about this guy that he wasn't fully out of her life even though he knows she's with me and she says they don't speak. I have never prohibited her to speak with anyone. So, recently we had a trip for Christmas and New Year. I had to return to our hometown before her because work, and she stayed one more week with her parents while I was away at home working. We have been having issues in our relationship because we are barely having intimacy because of many reasons and they sound to me more like excuses from her. Her parents are visiting, she's tired, she has to work next day, her son is in bed with us and a few others. And also she says she's mad in love with my physical appearance and I feel like that's a lie. I always compliment her with words, advice, gifts and other stuff. I have never made her feel like she's not important and she knows the password of my social media and I don't have a password on my phone so she can enter whenever she needs to because I have nothing to hide. I don't have side chicks because I'm coming from a relationship in which I was cheated on when I was far away on drill. The 31st of December my fiance went out with her son and a friend to a town activity for kids and her girlfriend posted the pictures on her social media. The guy saw the pictures and got in contact with my fiance. My fiancé told me he called her and that they spoke for a very long time trying to catch up but I knew she didn't tell me everything. A few days ago she told me to grab her phone and do some stuff on it and I saw they had a conversation in WhatsApp and I went to read what they were talking about. It was nothing out of the ordinary but I then proceeded to enter my fiancé's chat with her two best friends. I know this is not right but I knew there was more going on and that she wasn't telling me the truth. On the chat she uploaded a screenshot of her conversation with him that was erased from the chat she had with him. Also in this chat with her two best friends one of the girls mentioned that my fiancé needs to find a way to close things up with this guy and that she recommends sex between both and my fiancé agreed with this. My fiancé also mentioned she told this guy the same exact thing about having sex but they needed to find the perfect time to do it. My fiancé doesn't know I know about these conversations and I haven't had the chance to sit and speak with her about it. What would you guys do? Would you guys break up? Ask her for explanations? I apologize for the long story. Update, the first post I wrote was I think 28 days ago and I want to give you guys an update. First of all I want to thank everyone who took the time to write to me on the post and took the time to write directly to my messages. I was supposed to speak with her on January 8th and confront her about the text between her and the ex. On January 7th I was on my way home from work and I took this 2-lane road because that is the route I always use to get home. Around 2:30 a.m., 20 minutes away from home, some dude made an improper pass and crashed into me while I was driving my semi. The guy died instantly and I lost the semi because of the impact and the semi got buried into a ditch. I lost consciousness and I woke up some time later because a driver behind me and another person were calling me from my passenger door. I called 911 and the police as soon as I could and after that I called my GF to let her know. She took 1 hour to do a 20-minute drive and when she arrived she came to me in the ambulance, walked around to see the accident and went back in her car to make several phone calls. After 30 minutes she told me she needed to use a restroom and took off leaving me crying at the scene alone. Days later I found out she was talking to her ex instead of being with me when I needed her. Over the days after the crash, she's been helping me with my injuries because I could not use my right leg due to the accident. My back and neck and right arm were also affected because of this and my mental health due to the death of the driver was also affected. I'm taking therapy for my body and professional help to deal with this even I know my life is fucking amazing. I know you guys told me to dump her and I was going to hold on for a couple of weeks so I could get the help she's giving me but after yesterday I'm not gonna wait. I kept digging just to find my GF and one of her best friends making fun of me about my looks, my GF telling her two best friends she didn't know if she could have the same thing she has with her ex with me, my GF telling her ex the problems we are having. Yesterday we took her son for therapy in another town and on our way there she asked me what my psychologist told me. I told her my doctor asked me if you are willing to seek help to help the relationship and she got so offended and started raising her voice at me. And ladies and gents at that moment I told myself, fuck the help she's giving you, get the fuck out. On our way home, almost 30 minutes out I told her about everything I found on her phone and I told her that even though I love you, You don't love me and I cannot fight against what you still feel for your ex and that I need the ring back and that you can go fuck the ex now. We got home, she took a shower with her son and after that I took a shower and went to sleep. Update, the night we returned from her son's therapy we took a shower and went to bed. After her son fucking around, and being disrespectful towards me, he finally fell asleep. Then she wanted to talk and we did. She asked me to tell her the reason why I'm angry all the time, why I told her all those words, in other words what is going on with me. I told her I saw how she was making fun of me with her friends, how she was telling her friends she wants to sleep with her ex, how she was flexing to her friends that she told her ex she wanted to have sex with him. I also told her the reason for me to be mad is because I'm the man at the house and her son that's 7 years old doesn't respect me because of her and her mother. The fact that we were not having sex because of excuses by her part. How disrespectful his son was and nobody seems to care. How my opinion on things at home were ignored and other stuff. She never apologized for the messages with her friends and for the ex. They tried making excuses the whole night/morning because this conversation started at 10 p.m. and ended around 4:45 a.m. I told her that the worst part of a relationship is being with someone and still feeling alone, and that was me. That I was just there to help her with money. I told her I was done and I wanted to move on. I told her, how can you tell me to trust you and then do this shit? I'm staying in one of the town hotels. I'm taking my stuff little by little out of the house into my storage. Here are some of the best comments from our community. You got recently engaged to a woman that you're not having sex with, isn't showing you that you're important, and is secretly meeting up with her ex and lying about it. While being counseled to have sex with her ex by her friends. Man, there are like a million reasons to break off the engagement here. So do that. She is using gaslighting and doesn't respect you or love you. She wants to get back with you to keep the best of all worlds, having you in the AP. You have Wendy syndrome, get rid of it and show her the weight of her guilt, don't assume the guilt you don't have and love yourself ends it. Probably, she will ask to come back again in the future, but don't come back, because she will have fun with the AP and then she will miss the other part that is you. Respect yourself and set your limits and don't get into her dance. So she completely invalidated your feelings? No reason to ever have another conversation with her. Just get your stuff moved out and moved on. There is absolutely no value to your life in talking with her ever again. You are doing right. Just leave her and her son. You deserve to be happy and not in a house with those narc people. Nothing good will come to you from that relationship. Good for you. You are being taken for granted. Let her now have to take her ex back to court for more child support and alimony and show how hot she is for him then. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.